We are now on the path to start building long-term wealth. And in the future, we're going to look back and we're going to know that 2025 was the year where everything started to change. What's going on, YouTube? It has been 13 months since I started investing $5 a day into the stock market. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over how that investment has performed since that time. I started investing $5 a day into the stock market for two main reasons. The first was to see how making small investments every single day could grow over a 52-week period. And secondly, I wanted to show people how easy it was to get started with investing. I know investing $5 a day into the market will not make you rich. And that wasn't the goal. The goal was to get you off of the sidelines and into the market so you can start to build long-term wealth. Since starting this investment challenge in January of 2024, I've made several changes to what I'm focusing on. The first is I'm no longer investing just $5 a day into one individual position. I have added a second position to my portfolio where I'm investing $10 a day into the market, and I'm not focusing on just a 52-week challenge. I'm focusing on building out an investment portfolio that will grow over time. Towards the end of 2024, I added an additional index fund to my portfolio, which was SCHD, and I am now investing $10 a day into that position. And at the beginning of this year, I posted a video on my channel where I gave the first update on how my entire portfolio performed over the course of 2024. I'll leave a link to that video down in the description below, and make sure that you check that out so you can understand how I'm building out my portfolio. And then of course, you can take that information to customize how you want to build out your portfolio so we can continue building that out over a long period of time. Now, before I jump in to show how my investment has performed over the last 13 months, I did want to go over just a few things to make sure that we're all on the same page with regards to how we're building out and adding additional positions to our portfolio. My plan is to invest $1,260 in 2025 in the S&P 500, and more specifically into VOO. There are 252 investment days every single year, and we're only focusing on those 252 days. So when I mentioned that this is the 13th month that I am investing in VOO, keep in mind that I'm not investing on the weekends when the market is closed or on holidays when the markets are closed as well. And I'm not worried about making up for those days. I'm just focusing on those 252 days. And secondly, I'm using Webull to build out my portfolio. I like using Webull because it allows me to invest in fractional shares of ETFs with as little as $5 per transaction. There are other brokerages out there that will allow you to purchase fractional shares of ETFs with as little as $5, and those are perfectly fine. So if you want to use something like Robinhood, I think Fidelity allows you to purchase fractional shares of ETFs. That's completely fine. I like using Webull because their interface is easy for me to follow. It's easy for me to understand, and they'll often run promotions to where you can actually get some free stock. So that's the brokerage house that I like to use. If you want to use Webull, I'll leave a link down in the description below so you can get your account set up so you can start investing and building out your portfolio. And next, I made things a lot easier for this portfolio build out by going in and putting my investments on autopilot. So I'm only in the app maybe 2 to 3 times every single month. And I'm only going into the app whenever I'm loading money into it. And I have it set up to where Webull will purchase the $5 every single day. And I don't even have to go into the app to make that purchase. So it makes things a little bit easier when I don't have to worry about going in and buying it every single day. And the good thing about it is it's customizable. So if I want to go in once a week and make a $25 purchase of whatever I'm investing in, I could set it up to do that. I really like that because it makes you more consistent. You put your money into the account, have it set up to do your auto buy. You don't even have to worry about it. So it's a set it and forget it type way of investing. And I like doing that for this portfolio because I don't even have to watch it. And I'm only going in whenever I'm providing these updates for you guys. And lastly, I'm investing $5 every single day into VOO. But the thing about that is is you don't have to do that. So if you want to invest in this portfolio builder challenge, you can invest daily, you can invest weekly, you can invest monthly, whatever fits your schedule. And you can also invest as much or as little as you want to. So if I'm investing $1,260 over the course of 2025 into VOO, you can invest $1,000, you can invest $500, you can invest $2,500. The choice is yours. You're not limited to what you can invest in. But the one thing that I tell people is only invest what you're able to keep into the market and not pull out. Because that's how this portfolio builder challenge is going to work. We're going to continue to add money to our portfolio, and the goal is to not take money out. We're trying to build this over a long period of time. So taking money out of your account defeats the purpose of this challenge. So you want to make sure whatever amount of money that you're able to invest on the cadence that you're comfortable with, that you can leave into the market over a long period of time. All right, now let's go ahead and let's jump in and let's take a look at how my investment in VOO has performed over the last 13 months. So what we're looking at right now is we're taking a look at my investment in VOO. And if you take a look to the top left corner of the screen, you'll see that I have an open P&L of $147.28. And my investment is up 10.5%, so 10.56%. And if you take a look right below that, you'll see that I have a market value. So the total value of my investment in VOO is worth $1,541.50. And I have a total cost of $1,394.21. And I have an average cost of $499.76. And I also have a total quantity of 2.78 shares of VOO. And the last price that I was actually able to purchase VOO at was $552.56. And one additional thing that I want to make sure that I point out is I am enrolled in VOO's dividend reinvestment program, which is DRIP or DRIP. So basically what that means is every quarter when VOO pays out a dividend, instead of that money just going back into my account, it's actually reinvested into VOO, and I get a small percentage of shares based on the value of the dividend that I receive. And it's just automatically reinvested into my position. So I don't see that money go into my account. I see that actually illustrated in my quantity and the market value of my investment in VOO. And then I also just want to scroll down. I just want to show that I've been consistent, right? So when I talked about putting my investment on autopilot, and you can see that I've got a $5 buy every single day. And Webull is making this buy for me. So I'm not actually having to go in and do this on my own, which for me, I really like that because like I said, I just actually set it and forget it. And I don't have to worry about it because I know that every single day, my actual portfolio or my investment is actually just going to be purchased automatically. So I don't even need to worry about it. And if we take a look at this screen here, then we'll see that VOO was last trading at $552.20. But if you take a look down to the chart area here, you'll see that a year ago, right back in February of 2024, VOO was trading at $398.20, and it is now trading at $552, which means that we were able to get a lot of that upside over the course of 2024 as we continue to invest into this position. Now, one thing that I do want to make sure that I point out, over the past few weeks, there were several things that negatively impacted the market. The first was the introduction of a Chinese AI company called DeepSeek. They completely disrupted the AI in the semiconductor space, causing companies like AMD and NVIDIA to lose a tremendous value overnight. Now, NVIDIA looks like it's slowly making a turnaround and is trying to move back to the upside, but I'm not sure what the impacts are of DeepSeek in the near future in the semiconductor space. And secondly, the Trump administration had mentioned that it was imposing tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. But since that time, it looks like deals have been cut with both Canada and Mexico, which helped to restabilize the market a little bit. But there's still some fear out there that there's going to be a price and a trade war with China. in the near future, so that could impact the stock market moving forward. I've said this in previous update videos, and I'll say it again. We are not going to be overly concerned with what's going on in the market. We're going to continue to invest on the cadence that we selected. So if that's daily, weekly, or monthly, we're going to continue to invest. And as the market pulls back, if that does happen, we're just going to be able to average into our position at a much lower cost. It is much better to have time in the market than actually try to time the market. So if there's anybody out there that's telling you that they can predict where the market is going, they're not telling you the truth. The market is highly unpredictable and at times can be extremely volatile. So like I said, time in the market is more important than trying to time the price of the market. And I'm also on the verge of adding an additional index fund to my portfolio. Now, on the last update that I gave, I had mentioned that I had narrowed my choices down to 2 funds. One was SMH, which is a semiconductor ETF. And based on what's going on in the market, I'm not 100% sure if that is the route that I want to go down, but I'm keeping an eye on that. And then the other, which was VGT, which was Vanguard's Aggressive Growth Technology Index Fund. What do you guys think about those 2 funds, and which one of those would you select? Would you select something else? Leave a comment down below and let me know which one of those that you think I should add. The plan is, as of March 1st of this year, I'm going to be adding that index fund, and I'm going to be investing $10 a day every single day into that fund moving forward. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how much you're investing every single day as part of this portfolio builder challenge, and how close are you to our initial goal of $5,000? Have you already surpassed that goal and you're on to the next goal of $10,000? Let me know down in the comments below. If you got some value from this video, or you've watched some of my videos in the past, consider subscribing, and while you're at it, hit that like button for the algorithm. I would really appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.